the question that you asked is also like that kind of a thing. But it's everything about the balancing. So if you can balance a relationship, then I cannot tell stop the relationship. But if you are not going to do the academic work, then you are not balancing. Then I can tell don't do relationship. It's like that.
So students, you all have to listen this because many of the people have misconcern about the relationship as a big distraction. So you can see the live example here living. He's a Peradeniya engineering graduate and now a computer maths lecturer with the relationship he had. I born to everyone. Welcome today. In this episode, today we are joining with Maheeth Bandara sir. He is combined maths lecturer, not only a maths lecturer, he is a Peradeniya engineering graduate also. So also someone who is been struggling to attain the maths at that level, and so he will share his experience throughout this podcast. So I born sir.
I won't, Gabi. Thank you.
So just introduce about yourself, about the people who don't know about you.
Right. So actually, my name, as you have mentioned, I'm Maheeth Bandara. So I got my degree from University of Peradeniya, Faculty of Engineering. And as soon as I got my degree, so there was some idea going inside my mind that I should do teaching because I loved it and I have started that just getting my degree. From that day onwards, up to today, every day, I'm going with teaching as a passion.
Yeah. For some people who loves to teach is not only an ambition, it's kind of a passion because some people would love to share their knowledge. So what do you think about in this experience of teaching? What do you learn from through that?
Yeah. So for that, to connect that, I want to tell about my background also.
Yeah.
So my mother is a teacher
Yeah.
and my father is an engineer. So it's like
So it's a combination of
yes, so it's like hybrid model. So I came as the result. So however, uh, every day when I'm getting learned in tuition class or in school or in the university or whatever the program that I'm doing. So when I learn, I love to teach that to whatever the any other person. So that idea inside my mind, it is the seed, and today it's the result. So there are plenty of students who got learned
yeah,
from me.
even many people love to teach. That is the concept. So as I mentioned, you are a pair than engineering graduate. So there are many students have that has an ambition, like there's big dream, pair than engineering faculty to enter into that faculty. So how did you get into? Are there any master plan to get it, or else you had the ambition from childhood?
Yeah, nice question actually. So that was the hardest question that you may be asking. So it's like this: you should have some idea in your mind to get into the engineering faculty, right? So I don't know what at what point that you have to get that idea, but that idea has to be with you always in with your heart. Maybe like the father, mother, girlfriend.
Mm.
That idea must be also with you.
So you are in a relationship before joining into the Peradeniya.
Yes, definitely.
That's great.
During my school time, I have gone to the Dharmaraja College Kandy. So when I was going to school, I have visited plenty of time to Faculty of Engineering and the University of Peradeniya. So that idea came inside my mind. So I thought one day I should go inside to the engineering faculty. So that mindset dragged me up to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you mentioned, you had girlfriend before joining to the Peradeniya. The concept is there are many students having a mindset that is a relationship is a distraction when you're entering into a big goal. So for those students, what's the message you can give, like you're based on experience?
Yeah. Now you are asking a contradictory question
Yeah,
actually.
but share your experience how that relationship inflected in your
Yeah.
life.
So it's like this. So we have different things that we like. So the question that you asked is also like that kind of a thing. But it's everything about the balancing. So if you can balance a relationship, then I cannot tell stop the relationship. But if you are not going to do the academic work, then you are not balancing. Then I can tell don't do relationship. It's like that.
So students, you all have to listen this because many of the people have misconcern about the relationship as a big distraction. So you can see the live example here living. He's a Peradeniya engineering graduate and now a computer maths lecturer with the relationship he had. So sir, what draw into your teaching passion? I mean, you had an ambition to become a teacher, or else you had any passion to become engineer or some kind?
Yeah. So as I have mentioned, so my father was doing this engineering work. So when I'm seeing that, I really like that side also. Not only about teaching from my mother and in the school, but when I see those engineering things, so the concepts, I the idea came to me that I should learn those
Mm.
things. And if I learn them, I can apply them as well. Because if we just go into the teaching, I'm telling about myself,
Yeah.
then I will lose going into engineering field. So that's why I haven't selected only teaching, but I have gone inside to the engineering as well.
So what's the problem you think now the current students are facing based on understanding combined maths? I mean, you understanding your niche in the combined maths faculty. What are the problems arising right now?
Yeah.
What are the
So
misconceptions?
yeah. So actually it's like this kind of a thing. So if you are going to learn combined maths, so you should have a good clear mindset. At the time you have to do the focus to something. But now, if that time period is finished, then you have to put your focus into another thing. It's like that. But if you are going to put your focus into everywhere, then it would become a problem. So it's like that. Let's say you are in a classroom. Now the teacher is teaching you. So you are taking down the notes. Meanwhile, you are taking down notes. If you are going to scroll down through Instagram, then your mind is going there and here. But we all have human brains. So human brain doesn't has that AI kind of capacity.
So you're saying that don't chase a fake dopamine, just stick to one plan and focus on that.
Yeah.
More than running like a rabbit race, like focusing on many things at one
Yeah.
time.
I'll add something to that. It's about the priority.
Yeah.
So if you give your first priority to academic work, then the other things also you can do. But you should spare your time for the first priority.
The
Then your
thing,
goal is to go beyond that.
the thing is,
Yeah.
if you need something badly, you have to do something for
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Don't need to give some kind of excuses without trying that. Try your best, give your best, even fail, but try hard.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
That's what I'm
So,
telling.
so like I'm just speaking like a motivational speaker, sir, but here you are the hero. So I just want to get about the philosophy you are focusing on. I mean, the philosophy you have been following from your childhood.
Yeah. So it's a game actually, right? So let me tell you like that. So this is a game, getting selected into engineering faculty or doing something that you like. It's a game. So you have to follow your game. So you are the player of your game. So if you are playing the game well, then that means you can go and win the thing. Otherwise, if you are going out, then it would be a challenge for you.
Yeah.
That's the
So,
thing.
so what are the? I mean, can you share us any challenge you face when you are doing your academics? I mean, from your childhood, you have been a topper in the classroom, or else you have been stuck at one point, and one sudden change just turned that entire life.
Yeah. So I can connect that very well. So during the school time, I really liked a lot of extracurricular activities. So I was trying to do more and more. But again, there were teachers who were giving me advices. And they are coming and they are telling me, Puta, don't do this, don't do that. You should think whether you are going to do that, you are going to lose this. Likewise, they are giving advices. So by myself, I also thought about which one is more important. Then I thought, right, going with this is best. That is the best thing I can get out. Because when we are going to schools, we see only about the school only. We don't see the outside. Then we try to get all the extracurricular activities. We trying to be presidents. We are trying to get into the committee as a committee members, and we are trying to organize the occasions, the festivals, functions, whatever it is. But at the end, you are going to leave the school. Then if you got the educational qualification, it stays until your death.
Yeah.
But who will be the president after you?
Yeah.
Another one will come into the society. He will be the president. But if you get selected into engineering faculty or whatever the faculty, you have that. And the president, former president, they can tell you like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basic concept is don't just depend school for the theories. just learn the basics. I mean, about the communities and all, get the advices from teachers. So you are telling about the teacher, and also who is your inspiration to become combined maths lecturer? I mean, from your childhood, who is your admiring?
Yeah.
So
So
who is a big pillar?
yeah. So as I mentioned you in the earlier, so I really liked about teaching, and I really liked about the different teaching patterns. So I was going not only for one combined maths lecturer, another teacher. Likewise, in the field, I have gone into many teachers. Then I I saw it's like some kind of analysis.
Went through many experiments.
Yes, I have done like that. Then I thought, okay, this is because self satisfaction.
Mm.
So when we do that, if we are getting the satisfaction, so we can tell that is a passion.
Yeah.
So that's how I
So you
learned with
have
that.
you don't have any particular teacher. You just
No,
made.
if I mention like that, namely,
Yeah, yeah.
so
That's.
yeah, so I can tell many combined maths
Mm.
lecturer, Dushant Mahabaduge sir, Ajanta Disanayaka sir, Manoj Solangarachi sir, and uh, chemistry teachers, Kesari Vitanage sir. Likewise, many teachers, and Mahen Jacob sir, Amit Pusala sir, Ruan Darshana sir, combined maths again. So likewise, there are different different teachers that I have been with, and even today also, when I meet them, they still discuss the
You
things.
still have the
Yeah.
respect towards them.
Yes, yes,
That's the great.
yes.
So so I mean, can I?
I forgot another one teacher. That's Gamini Perra
Yeah, it's
teacher.
not an issue if you miss any names to mention here. They
Yeah.
won't think anything bad.
Yeah, yeah.
They know that you are grateful for them. So as I'm moving for the next part of the session is talking about, there are many students who are watching right now. I mean, for them, what's the inspirational quote you like to give? That means, can you share any challenge? I mean, the particular situation, if you can explain it like that, what would be that situation?
Right,
Yes, kind of a story.
right. So during your time, you will see lot of interesting things, but always think twice when going after that interesting thing, whether it will make you a bright future, let's say 30, 40 years, or it will give you a small satisfaction just 1 or 2 years, or maybe 10 to 15 minutes, we don't know. So you have to think that twice and go after that. That's the idea.
Yeah. So, again, I'm asking that kind of same concept. I mean, maths is something hard for many people, even including me. I was facing kind of struggle. Like, maths is so hard. I don't know, because I choose that kind of lecturer who just made me to feel like that, or I don't know what the concept is, because maths means something is hard. That is like a brand they have put into our memory structure from our childhood. So, what is your concern about that, and what's your message you can give to the people?
Yeah. So if we trying to study maths, I mean like uh, to remember the things, then you are going in a different way. Maths is it's like a language. So the language will get more and more better if you use that. So you should love the language first. I mean the maths. Then you can go inside. Then you will see the beauty of the mathematics.
So, love your maths.
Yes.
This normal concept. So, next I'm going to talk about is how the people, like, in some days, like there are 120 days or 110 days or more for the A-level students. So, if you were in the same situation, how would you plan for the A level to get A for the combined maths?
Right. So at this time we have 120 days, but it's up to today only.
Yeah.
But it changes from day to day. Let's say if we have 120 days, then we should have a great plan what to do that 120 days. It's like this. First, if we are out from the A levels, then we should come back to the A levels mindset. That's the first thing. So if you take 1 or 2 days, it's still fine because you have been doing a lot of other things other than A level. So you should come back to advanced level mindset. Then you should go one by one. First, you should make a plan. These are the lessons that you are going to go through. Then you should divide the number of days for each lesson, right? Then you can look at the past paper. what are the questions, what are the lessons that you are getting. Sometimes if you are going to just to study without looking at a past paper, then you don't know whether this lesson will give you that kind
The
of
thing is,
result. Yeah.
students get easily motivated, and then they just go for the random past paper and do those past papers and just check out the answers, and they feel like they are down at the point.
Yeah. So the mainly the plan is the everything.
So
Yeah.
how can we plan? So just imagine like the students are just watching in this podcast. Maybe if they get kind of knowledge like how to plan 100 days to get A for the combined maths.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Definitely, it's possible. So if you have 100 days, then yes, it's possible. But if you have 50 days, still it's possible. If you have 10 days, still possible. That's up to you. It depends on your capacity, the thinking level you have, and the mainly the capacity you have, right? So we will forget that's a big word, no. But how much you can focus on to a specific thing, then you can look after the lessons, you can make a plan, and you have to strategically think, okay, now I have this much of dates and I need to study these things, and you can select what are the lessons you are going to follow, because you are the person who knows your skills.
Yeah, we know our capacity, so
Yeah.
we have to balance the schedule based on our capacity,
Mm.
not doing like there are many students like they just put the schedule like 4 hours of sleep and 20 hours of work. Is that practical? Not even.
Yeah, it's a lot of students are asking that
Yeah.
same question that you're asking, but it depends. It can be personalized, not only for, let's say one student is doing 20 hours
Hmm.
per day, then he's only have how many hours? 4 hours. Then next day is starting, then 4 hours of sleep. Biologically, I'm not a biology expert, but biologically it's infeasible.
Yeah, the brain needs rest.
Yes, brain needs a rest. So you should get at least 5 6 hours sleep, 6 hours, let's say. Then you have another 18 hours left. So during that 18 hours, you should allocate a time to go to washroom and to be with your family,
Family.
everything.
So,
And you should allocate, let's say, 5 hours or 10 hours, 10 hours, let's say, 10 hours strictly for studying purposes only. In that schedule, now 10 hours, how many hours left? You have
14.
six hours, then 16, then you have another 8 hours left. That 8 hours you can do whatever the things you like also.
Hmm.
But you should think that 10 hours is definitely 10 hours for
10
studying
hours
purposes.
complete focus. If we can give, we
Yeah.
can attain that level.
Yeah, because the plan, we cannot tell everyone the same plan. At that point, we can help. I can help think discussing with you what is your schedule. Then I can adjust, okay, do this, do that, likewise. Because the main point is when students are making the plan, they don't have time to enjoy.
Yeah.
So they will stick to the plan 1 2 3, then no plan.
It's like a bodybuilder following a strict diet for the first 7 days and then losing that diet.
Yes.
No sugar at
No
7 days,
sugar.
and then literally like that.
It's balancing.
We
It's
have to balance
unbalanced.
everything.
Yeah.
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 We have to be practical enough. Like.
Yes.
So, heard that many of your students are saying that when they join into your class, they are saying compound maths became easy for them. So, what's the secret sauce you're adding for the compound maths?
So it's like this podcast actually. I time to time I'm going to change the way of teaching depending on the number of students, because we are doing exams. We are keeping exams for them and we are doing the evaluation. Then depending on their skills and all, then we are going to slightly change the teaching pattern according to the student, because that's the thing we need to do. Then we know whether the students are getting that or not, because as I mentioned, that you should love to study maths. Then we have to
We have to check whether
re-question
they are loving
loving
or
it.
hate.
Yes, if they are not loving when they are getting the education, then it will
We
not
have to
last.
make them love.
Yes.
For that, we have to do kind of like you're doing monthly papers and
Yes.
the
Unit
ranks
tests, then there are like term tests, plenty of tests are
and
there.
giving
Yeah.
them the priority. Like
Yeah.
what are the skills and what is the capacity of them, knowing that and
Yeah.
giving that special priority for them to
Yeah.
get that result.
Yeah, because in the exam we are sitting only for 3 hours. For combined maths, we have two papers, pure maths and applied maths paper, 3 hours each,
Mm.
altogether 6 hours. But biology 5 hours, physics 5 hours, chemistry 5 hours. So you can see that 6 hours time is allocated for combined maths food test. So it's like I can tell it's up.
It's
Yeah.
just like one person sleeping time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So yes, exactly. So at that time, you have to perform. So you cannot perform. You are doing a presentation actually, but in a written form. Maybe you have many other skills,
Mm.
but you have to get everything into that paper. So for that, you should get the clear learning. So that learning will make you to write the paper well. So that's how you can get into the best marks.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that is the secret sauce you're adding for your class and all. So the thing is, if a person comes to you at a level of COS level, I mean, just based on his academic results in the term test results in the school, and he's so afraid of comparisons, whether should I, they are thinking at the last moment, should I change the stream or something? What kind of advice would you give to them, and how would you change that person to get his level of B or A something?
Right. So the students, those who are getting like those kind of results, C passes or S passes, then we will look back of their previous exams. Let's say their O levels exam. Then we will have a look the results of them. So if they don't have a good result, they will not come into combined math stream to study combined maths. So that means they are already skilled. So something is wrong somewhere. That is the point we need to address. So if we find that point and if we address that, sometimes students are not focusing on to the advanced level. Sometimes they are not coming to classes regularly.
Because they think we have lots of time,
Time.
2 years, 3 years.
Yes, exactly. When you are starting A levels, you have a lot of time, plenty of months, 30, 31 months, sometimes or 25 months. Then you think, okay, I have, because let's say now we are in 2026 now. So this year students started new batch. They are going to do their A levels in 2028.
Hmm.
So now they are thinking, oh, 2028, I have that much of time.
Yeah,
Then they will go here and there, they will cut the
because
classes.
they had in now time all vacation.
Yes,
Vacation is
all
there.
vacation. But when they see the plan, because every day we are teaching in the class, so if they miss something today, that will connect to next classes. Then if they don't know today's work, then how they are going to perform next week's class? So but when they got that idea, they are not going to miss the class. Still they are enjoying, as you mentioned, they are going picnics and all, but they are not cutting the
Cutting
classes
the
because they
classes.
love the class and they know the importance.
Because when you start right now, from the first day, you will get the result at the end.
Yeah.
Don't complain after just giving all the excuses and coming to you and 100 days, just get me here, just get me here. How?
Yeah.
And they're depending on the maths lecture to be a magician at the end.
Yes, yes, at the end we cannot do something like that. Then still it's possible. Then you have to have a extraordinary skills of getting all the things into your mind. If you have that, then we can give that. But I'm not recommending that method. That's a very risky method.
This is an advice we are giving for the upcoming LOL people,
Yes.
and not demotivating the people who are going to do.
Yeah, because when you do something and when you turn back and when you see, if you are seeing a nice history, then you have the confidence. But if you haven't done anything in the history, then let's say, as I have mentioned, you have 30 months before the A levels exam. Let's say now 12 months gone and you haven't done anything. Then you turn back, you don't have anything. Then you are getting that stress. You are
You have
getting,
only notes.
yes, then you maybe you don't have notes as well. But if you start today going into the direction correctly, then you can. But you have to forget your bad memories of the past.
Hmm.
You have to change like a new person and you need to move forward.
Just focus on the controllables you can control more
Yes.
than thinking about the matters which doesn't have the control of yourself.
Yeah. It's I remember that in the Harry Potter, that phoenix, the bird, burn into
Yeah.
ashes and start again. So it's like that. You have to completely change your mindset and you have to get adhere to the system. Then you can get into the engineering faculty, whatever it is. The result is with you
Mm.
because you are the governor of your future.
So how much, I mean, how many hours you have been studying? I mean, you studied to enter into this faculty,
Oh,
engineering graduate. For the
yeah,
people who are listening to you, will actually get motivation from
yeah.
this.
Actually,
But don't tell them to copy this same folder.
yeah. Uh, Actually, I don't tell the question that you asked. I'm not telling the way that I studied to do them
Mm.
because that's a risky way. Because I'm not that much of a studying person, right? So I don't know, when I'm telling this, then some bad memories, bad ideas can
You
come.
can give the you can give the
Yeah,
story like how you were in the O level
yeah,
to changing into A level.
right. So the question I will continue,
Yeah.
but sometimes I'm enjoying, but as I mentioned, when we get the seriousness, when the time is limited, then I focused into it.
Mm.
Then I focused completely into the exam. Then I have executed my task. But in the beginning, I haven't done like that. Then
Kind
I
of
was
kind of ego. We need to get some ego to get some marks.
yes, yes. You should eager. You should you must craving.
Mm.
You should have that craving to get selected into engineering faculty. Then you can work because you have a purpose. Then you will work. Otherwise, you don't have a purpose, then you will not work.
So as you said, as you mentioned that you're not a studying person, can we know about that thing?
Yeah.
Because there are lots of people
Hmm.
who are struggle with like the academics in the O levels. Those people still have a dream to get into maths faculty or entering into Peradhan University like that. So they can relate with the story and they can also set back and get to the track
Yeah.
again.
So it's everything about the way that you are going to follow. So in my classes, I am telling it's about your behavior. So if you keep your good behavior, mainly not skipping the classes, always participating to the classes and getting the guidance that we are going to give, because we have done all of those things that you mentioned. No, we have done good things, bad things, everything we have done, and we know how to overcome through those things, how to get into the engineering faculty or how to pass the exams. We know that. Then we are telling, okay, follow this, do that. Then they should have that faith to follow us. Then they will get the end point,
Exact
end
result.
result. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you give us, if you're okay with that, you can share your O-level results with us. I
Yeah.
mean, you how you changed from that phase.
Right. So, as I mentioned, my mother was always behind this O levels and the studying this all the entire academic thing. So I got 9 A's for O levels. But at that time, not like present situation, we had 10 subjects. So 9 A's and I got 1 S.
Hmm.
Now it's
What's
like
that subject?
yeah, that's English literature,
English
and
literature.
my mother is also English teacher.
Ah,
So you can feel that badness that
yeah.
you are going to get. So anyway, I have done that again.
But we know that English literature is a complete hard
Yeah,
subject.
complete hard subject, and it's like a headshot to my mother,
Yeah.
because for English I got A, for English literature I got S. Now she's also sad. Everyone is asking, what is your result? 9 A's, 1 S. 1 S? What, for what that is? Then I'm telling for literature. But mom was sad. Then I have done it again. Then I got a B for that.
So you satisfy your parents' dream. That's it.
Yeah, I have done like that. And but in O levels, we are looking at a broad picture. But when we are coming into A levels, it narrows down. When you are going to university, again it narrows down. Likewise, this is a way that going in a narrow down process. So O levels is also good because you learned a lot, aesthetics and all. But when you are coming to A levels, it's limited. Again, going to university, again limited. But you have to find the passion that you love of this education process. Then, if you find the correct thing, then you will go up to the PhD level.
Yeah. So There are lots of people. I mean, some they are in the childhood. Parents are coming and influencing that you have to choose maths, you have to choose science. So the students are confused whether they have to choose maths, whether they like maths, whether they like science, whether they like this subject, that subject. They don't know. So, what do you think that when parents are putting the mindset into the child, is that good, or else they are just hiding the skill because of the parents?
Right. So for that question, I have to answer in two ways, right? One answer if you, for the parents, and the other answer for the children, right? So for the parents, yes, that is good because uh, you you made the children,
Hmm.
and it's your responsibility to govern them into the correct way. So you can allow them to have a look whether this path is matching for you. So then you have to have a look whether they are doing good in that. You can have a look whether they are getting marks in that, right? Not only in the schools, but also in the classroom, in the tuition classes as well. And you can ask, okay, now you got this much of marks. Do you like this subject or you don't like this subject? You have to get the idea from children as well. I'm telling for the parents
Parents.
and for the children actually. So they can go and they can listen to what their parents are telling. Then you have to think whether this suits with you. If it is suiting with you, then okay. If it is not suitable with you, then you have to patiently discuss with your parents and you have to justify this
That
is
you are interested in other subject.
yes, that's a life changing decision. So you have to choose wisely and patiently you have to discuss that with your parents. Then you can go with the decision.
The rising problem right now is many of the people are skipping A levels. That's a controversial topic to even speak right now, because but what's the advantage of doing A levels? Because there are many students getting government universities because of the A level chance. Because we can say that there are lots of students struggling to get that academic background. They are just getting the education based on then only they are adjusting their life system, like just a comeback for their life. But for at the same time, for other students, they are feeling that A level is just a waste of time. We don't need A levels. We can go for something else. So what is it? How can you tell the people like A levels importance?
Right. So, as you have mentioned, I was doing lectures in the universities as well. So, this tuition classes journey, it's already started just after the graduation. Then I was doing the lectures as well in the universities. So, I met the students that you are mentioning, right? And currently, they are in some other countries as well, and some others are in Sri Lanka as well. So, it's like this. Now, in Sri Lanka, you can get a degree from a state university without making payments. But when you are going into private universities, then you have to pay huge sum of money, right? Let's
Some
say
students can't afford that.
yes, some students can't afford that. Mainly the parents, they cannot afford that. And if you are going to skip A levels, then you are going to miss that qualification, A levels qualification. Then you need to fulfill that qualification. You have to follow some certificate course or something in the private, in some kind of university or what kind of academy. Then once you got that qualification, now the A levels qualification is matched through that certificate program. But still you have to pay, right?
Yeah.
So, but another thing, one thing is you need to pay. I mean, the parents have to make the payment. The other thing is in the state universities, you are not paying. So it's like the stress level you have is comparatively low.
More than the people who love to go university, getting the chance because of their A level results.
Yes.
They're putting that themselves into something so serious because they want to get into universities.
Yeah.
Because there are lots of places like
Mm.
in that side, like urban areas
Mm.
to local areas.
Mm.
It differs, but
Yeah.
everyone getting the chance through the government universities. Now the government is providing that kind of opportunity for them,
Yeah.
is creating through the A level chance. But students are misleading because the A level is kind of waste of time as 2 years.
No, I don't agree with that. Completely, I ignore that because many are telling like that. The thing is, yes, you can skip the A levels, you can go into the university, private university, and you can follow the degree program. But every student, those who skipped A levels and gone into that, now they have some certain kind of stress inside their mind, right? So they can put a comment or whatever feeling that
A
they,
level is
yeah,
not
I'm
only the
telling truth.
education, sir. It's
Yeah,
also like we have joy.
yeah,
It's the last phase of we are facing in school.
yeah,
We
yeah,
are we won't get that same school time of memory
yeah,
if we skip.
yeah. So I will add something to that. So when you are in the state university, you are not paying. So it's like the stress level is pretty much low. You can do whatever thing you like. So in my personal experience, I was uh, doing everything other than studying, right? But still I got my degree, and I was doing lot of extracurricular activities. As I have mentioned, I stopped several activities during my school time, no? But all of those things I have done in the university. Sometimes I have started some sports as well, with
Yeah.
not by myself but with the organizations inside the university. And I have been to several places outside from the country as well as for the competitions. Then I enjoyed it really well. But if I was in a private university, sometimes I'm having the stress, because if I fail, I have to proudly give my bill to my parents, that
Mm.
mentioning that I failed,
Mm.
please pay this again. Then they are getting the stress. So I haven't got that stress at my life. But when you have that opportunity, because you can get the degree without any
Yeah.
payment, then why you are not getting that? Because you are a taxpayer. You are paying all the tax throughout the milk or throughout whatever the thing that you are using. So when you have that opportunity, you can get that opportunity. Again, after getting that opportunity, you have to serve for the country as well,
Yes.
at least 1 or 2 years. Then you can migrate or whatever it is.
Like
Yeah,
you sharing the knowledge to other students also
yeah.
to become to your position is the best kind of service you can provide.
Yeah, even for engineering background also, I'm doing certain kind of engineering work. As I have mentioned, I have not completely skipped all of this engineering work. Even I'm doing day to day, I'm doing my effort to engineering side as well while I'm doing this teaching work. So I am balancing up to the level that I can. So for you or whatever the people that watching this,
Mm.
they also can do like that. They can get a degree from state university and they can continue their journey.
That is
Yeah.
like it depends from the people's affordability,
Yeah.
because we have to say for the local areas people who are struggling with academics, they are just depending on scholarship results to get into another school, and then from O level results they are getting into A level results, A level schools, and
Mm.
then from A level results they are just getting into the government university. It's the kind of transformation they are getting, because I have seen many people have transformed their self journey based on their A level results. So I believe that A level is
Mm.
something
Yeah.
special.
It's like a chance that you are getting once in your lifetime. So you should get that chance. Otherwise, you have to you have to still
Yeah.
get the chance. You can get the chance, but you have to make more payments. It's like that. So it's easy, but you need to follow it in the correct way.
So I think right now they have gained the knowledge for the A levels importance. So let's go like for the serious convo. That is for the people doing A level in this year. I mean August. So we have an only 120. We can say it's 120 even because days flew like.
Mm. Yeah.
So then we can say like 100 days. How we could plan for the exact 100 days to get there. So you can use the chessboard as you can mention anything.
Right. So let's say now you have 100 days. Okay. So you have 100 days. So you have to take a correct movement. Okay.
Yeah.
So, or you can take a different movement as well. But whatever the movement you take, you have to follow that 100 days. Because if you are going to quit from this 100 days plan, then we don't know what is happening to you. So basically, so we will come back to the,
At the end
yeah,
in the game, you won't lose because you have your king. Even though you lose in every other things, you have your power. Your
mm,
manpower would help to get the tail results.
yes. So let's say it's up to you. So let's say now you have uh, we have to think how many lessons that you need to do, because it from student to students it's different. So we have to think how many lessons that you should learn and what is the result that you need. If you need a, then the work is you need to do more work.
Yeah.
If you just need a normal pass, then the it's comparatively low. So the time, the effort that you need to put, it differs from 100 days plan for different students, right? Then I cannot give like this is the 100 days plan. It is different thing to one person to another person. Then you will adjust with that and you can go with the plan. So mainly you have to focus the lessons that you need to do. So the majority, let's say around 60%, let's say 60 days must be allocated to study about the lessons, and another 30 days it can be allocated to do the papers. And don't wait until entire syllabus is completed, you have to start papers, because whatever the thing you do in the classroom, still you have to sit for an exam. If you don't have that exam practice, then you are unable to get the result. So that's why you can increase the knowledge level a little by little. While you are increasing the knowledge, you can get the practice exam paper practicing. So while you are doing exam paper practice, the knowledge level is also going up, then your marks will
Yeah, so
come up.
so
Yeah.
we know that we don't need to depend on entire syllabus to get A. That is
Yes.
normal, right? So the important chapters, you know that
Yeah.
what we have to study here is the scoring points is high,
Yeah.
and this chapter is must to learn.
Yeah.
You have to expert in that chapter and balancing that past paper questions, and you can give them the idea what would be the next question this time, the question. So
Yeah.
I that's normal, right?
Yes.
So so
Again, for that we have to ask a question from the student as well, whether you like these subject areas, and what do you think, do you have that skill about these subject areas. Then if they are thinking yes, I am
yeah.
skilled about this, then you can put more time for that, because that marks easily you can take because you have the skill and you can gain the knowledge.
So
It's like that.
In these 100 days, what is the kind of opportunity you are giving to the students? What didn't you get at the time when you are doing A-levels?
Right. So you're asking some kind of different different questions.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Mainly earlier you start the papers, then it's better because you have the practice, right? So then you can add things into it. Then time to time your knowledge will go up. And another thing is, when you are doing some lesson in the last, let's say in the syllabus, that lesson is that you are getting grade 13 second term, then sometimes you are missing, you are forgetting grade 12 first term lesson. You have to keep them in the bucket as well. So that's why I'm telling you should do questions, not only the papers, but you can do random questions. You can do random questions without skipping the entire syllabus, the things that you learned in the beginning and in the middle and in the end.
Yeah.
So likewise, yeah, that's
So yeah, students got the knowledge from this podcast, can apply, but still, if they want to be practical enough to get learn and all, what would be the next step they can do? How like what is the service you are providing right now for the people, like for the this year people?
all right. So we can we have a special free seminars, because many people will see this podcast and they still don't know how to join,
Mm.
how to get help, because I'm telling many things like I'm helping, no, so I should help them. So what I do, every week I have a free seminar, so they can come, they can, whatever the day, whatever the day that they are thinking, okay, I will go into this seminar, they can come. So every Sunday and Saturday as well, because there are different A level groups, no, so they can come and have a look and they can get the free seminar. So we are giving that kind of chances,
So,
because the more chances we will give, the more things that they can gain. So we don't know where they are going to stop. So
yeah.
we are giving turning points. They have to take
So
the turning
as
points.
that You
Yeah.
don't need to pay anything for this
No,
seminar.
no.
Yeah, this is a free seminar
Yeah.
service, and also Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m.
Yes,
Right now,
7:30 p.m. roughly. Yeah.
7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. You can join free seminar of sirs, and then you can practically apply the points he said. You sir will be explaining all the chapters you have to cover and all those seminar. So after that, in the free seminar, if they get the knowledge exactly what they need, they can join the class.
Yes, they can have a look whether this way is suitable for
Yeah,
them.
way of teaching.
Way of teaching, the things that I talk, the things I am telling in the classroom, and the knowledge, the way that I'm giving the knowledge, and the level of the knowledge that I'm giving, they can have a look whether it is going, whether they are thinking, okay, this will make them their future good, then they can join.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there are students to go for the para then engineering faculty can exactly sir would give the exact formula in the free seminar, like providing everything. So I see like so if they want to join your class, what's the procedure?
Right. So basically, we have all the contact numbers. I
What's the
think, yeah,
communities?
WhatsApp communities, WhatsApp channels, even in YouTube channel, TikTok channel, everywhere, everywhere the contact numbers, the call center number is there. So whatever the time that they think is fine, they can drop a
Drop a
message to
message.
this call center number, WhatsApp message mentioning there. So
Name.
more details they will send the reply. So just giving their exam year and the name,
Mm.
then they will guide. Okay, you can get this free seminar access. You can have a look, and they can get free exams as well. Time to time we
Yeah.
are giving free exams, and they can get the evaluated marks
The
of them.
ranks.
Yeah, the ranks. So
So that's great.
yeah.
So at the end of the podcast, we had a great conversation with our combined maths lecturer. So hope you all get the knowledge. So see you in the next episode. Thank you.